G'day gamers, VaderG here. Welcome back to the channel. Gonna have a bit more of a look here at these new uniforms for the original three. I'm on a slightly different PC, much more powerful PC than what I was on just a bit earlier. So now we'll be able to have a look at some skills as well. Probably before we get to that, one of the things I kind of been playing around with, so you know you get all these ridiculous amounts of energy, and I kind of just figured I'd burn some off. One of the things with the dimension missions is now they're throwing out some biometrics, which is pretty cool. The other rewards stay kind of the same, but the hidden rewards are identical. But let's just sort of see. Well, let's do this. Let's do a clear 10 times and see how many biometrics we get up to here. So we're getting quite a few, right? So if we scroll back through, and obviously got some hidden tickets. So we're getting some vulture bios, some blade. I don't think there's anything on that one. Some blade again, 6 blade. That's pretty good. And I think it's something to do with the VIP level here. Okay, so VIP 12, VIP 6 by the looks of it. You get 3 bios. VIP 12 again, so you're getting 6 bios. I'm assuming this is what it is, VIP 7 times, whatever that means. I'm assuming it's related to this. Yeah, that's maybe contribution. Anyway, it's related to something to do with VIP. As to how many bios you get thrown, this is a great addition, because one of the things that was changed from Rifts not only was card drops, which have suffered pretty significantly, but also the biometric drops. I've had to run a whole heap of World Boss Invasion, which is fine because gold is beautiful. We all know that, but yeah, it's nice to be able to get biometrics to rank up characters and that sort of thing without doing World Boss Invasion, because sometimes you just don't have time in your day, right? So we're getting a few biometrics here. There's nothing astonishing, and you can sort of see on this bottom lot I've actually got nothing, but yeah, roughly whenever there's some sort of support hero, and maybe that's it. Maybe we're out for the day now. Which was similar. I think missions, right? Missions used to. We'll go again, see if we get any more. Yeah, okay. So it looks like a limited amount. So very similar to what the missions used to be, where you used to be able to run it a certain amount of times per day, and you get the sort of shitter bios or whatever it was, and yeah, so I think that's a pretty cool thing, you know what I mean? So we'll just get rid of some of these cards, so we're not blocking up inventory, even though the inventory, we'll talk about the inventory in a second, right? Because I've gone to do a little bit of building, and a little bit of building of characters. I sort of thought, okay, I'll give Crescent a bit of a run in Alliance Battle, and build her up a bit, and we go to Crescent. Sorry guys, I'll get to the uniforms in a minute, right? And we go to Crescent in the actual game, and go to our ISO set, because obviously we want to run it with some sort of ISO set. Custom gear, what have they got on it? They've got a CTP of energy on her. They've got some Euro already equipped, so we've got some 5-star Euro and some HP, which is totally useless probably for anything we're going to be doing. When you go to the ISO set, beautiful, already rolled to Power of Angry Hulk. This is fantastic. Let's equip some ISO, and we have 0 silver ISO to equip. So how do we go about it? I suppose we have to buy it. I mean, I'll just buy a few now. I've got 60,000 crystals. Not like I'm short of crystals to do it. But it does seem a bit odd that we've got quite a few other ISOs of all the different types, and then the silver there is just there's none. There's absolutely 0. So that's kind of interesting, I suppose. Not in a good way interesting, but I suppose it's interesting. Mind you, we might just go and buy a few ISOs, or try, what do we call them, dimension chests. They're not really, it's more of an ISO chest, so I might just buy a few of these, because obviously we didn't pay for these crystals, and I got a 4-star there, which is not bad. Another couple of 4-stars, and a 6-star red, which might come in handy, because we haven't got as many ISOs as what we had on prior server releases, I suppose. So I'm just going to buy a few of these. Yep, nice, got a 6-star. Another 6-star, so that's probably enough. Just needed a couple of 6-star blues, and then we can just sort of unequip them on different characters, right? But we'll get to that a bit later on. What we'll do at the moment, let's have a look at these guys. Let's have a look at the skills, the skill effects for the new uniforms. Well, let's have a look at the uniform effect to start off with, right? So uniform effect for Iron Man Avengers 3099 is identical to the uniform effect of the team suit. Okay, so what it's create a shield, max 25% HP, absorb 30% of normal shield, activation when hit, applies to self, super armor or defense 20%. Okay, so the actual uniform effect is identical. Mind you, I'm still not entirely sure how we get these uniforms. There's some, there's some stuff going around saying maybe you get them automatically in game. Not so sure about that. Okay, so let's have a look. Let's compare this uniform. So we'll just roll through the actual skills. Let's do that first. Then we'll come back and look at the actual skill descriptions. And then we'll do a comparison of skill descriptions for this 3099 suit versus his team suit or his Avengers Endgame suit, whatever you want to call it. So let's have a bit of a look, see how he looks. This is on a much better PC here, so just do a little bit of the basic attack here. And let's get his 5th skill rolling with these weird, looks like some sort of, sort of plasma type motors or something like that. His 4th skill looks absolutely amazing. He reminds me of a bloody Jedi. That's what he reminds me of with that sort of stuff going on. Looks like he's got 2 blue lightsabers going ape shit on this poor mob. All right, so that looks pretty amazing. His 2nd skill, pretty good. I actually like the look of that 2nd skill compared to his team suit. I mean, his team suit one is where he throws out kind of the energy discs, which is a good skill and quite powerful. But I do like the look of this one heaps better. It looks way better than the other one. First skill, sorry, and just kind of a little bit of a bit of an iframe there, and it comes back down and touches down. Looks like he smashes something out of the ground, some energy or whatever. And his 3rd skill is effectively a challenge skill with 225 hits, which I tell you what is not too rough. It's a pretty decent amount of hits there. So let's have a look at his tier 3. It's bonkers. It's always been bonkers. Super powerful channeling skill. So what we'll do, let's go back here and let's have a look at this at his actual skill descriptions of these changed skills. No point going to the stuff that hasn't been changed. Okay, so 5 skills changed. Well, we may as well go through all the bloody skills then because they all look like they changed, right? So comparing to the team suit or Avengers Endgame, let's roll through these. Okay, so his 1st skill with his 3099 uniform is energy damage, 160% of energy attack, and additional 547 energy damage, right? In his team suit, what he had was applies to enemies 30% bleed damage every 1 second, removes elasticity, energy damage, 131% of energy attack. Now obviously it doesn't mean a whole heap, right, because we need to count the number of hits on the skill and all this sort of stuff, but what it does mean to me is it's lacking the bleed damage and the remove of elasticity, which of course is a defense stat. It doesn't have that anymore. So I would say, without testing anything, just going off paper, that his 1 skill is probably inferior to his 1 skill in the team suit. Not that you really give too much of a shit about the 1 skill in the team suit, but anyway. Okay, his 2nd skill, straight energy damage, and it was pretty well straight energy damage in the team suit. To be honest, looking at his 2 skill, I would say it's going to do more damage in this new suit, but we'll have to wait and see on that. His 3rd skill, well, his third skill is this channeling skill, which also guards against 6 hits, which is very bloody useful on a channeling skill, let me tell you. On his team suit, his 3rd skill is create a shield that is 15% of max HP, increases damage dealt to supervillain types by 30%, which is pretty significant, right? Which lasts for 7 seconds, and energy damage, 105% of energy attack. Okay, so I would have to give the team suit, the sort of, say that it's going to win. It's 30% increase to all attacks to the supervillain. Okay, 4th skill. 4th skill is a straight energy damage on the 3099 suit. His his skill, his force skill on his team suit is defense down, effectively 10% defense down, stacks up to 30%, ignores immunity, recovers 30% of max HP, and energy attack as well. And quite a bit of energy attack his force skill did with his team suit. Let's have a look at this fifth skill. The fifth skill in the 3099 suit gives a massive buff, increase all attacks by 25%, all speed and crit rate, and removes incapacitation for 6 seconds, 100% chance for immunity to all damage for 3 seconds, energy damage 25% of energy attack. In his team suit he had 30% bonus ash damage for every 1 second. He stacks up to 10, maximum 300% additional energy damage, and had time freeze on his fifth skill as well. He also had 100% immunity for all damage, and he had obviously some straight energy damage and energy attack there as well. Which one is going to be better? I don't know. You'd have to kind of think that the team suit might be better than the 3099 just based on skill descriptions. What looks cooler? The 3099 suit. It looks way better. It looks so much cooler. That cape, you know, that detail on the back, the way it's flowing around there, and his skills look bloody out of control. Like, they're so good. Let's get back in there and have another look at it. So I guess we're going to have to do some testing in different game modes. Now I've got some ISO, then maybe that's something that we'll be able to have a look at. It's so fast, eh? Just look at that. I don't know. You look at those type of skills together, the 5, the 4, and then the 3, and they're all cancelling, right? So that 4 skill is also cancelling. You can sort of see it still rolling there. Don't know. Maybe with the 5 cancel, 4 cancel, 3, considering you get the all attack on the 5th skill, maybe it's going to beat the team suit. I'm not sure. Anyway, guys, I hope you liked this video. I'm going to do Captain America and Black Widow in a second. Do some skill comparisons and some skill preview stuff as well there. Thanks, guys. Bye.